What up, though?
What's happening, y'all?
What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's up, everybody? I here
Out
episode
here in these streets, nigga.
episode 86. I.O.W.Sports. It's your boy Wildcard Mar. I'm at the crib. Detroit Mel. He's in the studio.
This
Um,
nigga, this nigga
yeah,
out here spreading COVID.
nah, not me. I'm trying to stay away. I've been
Nigga,
tested negative like a mug, but I'm about tired of taking all these damn tests because
you know that's right.
everybody coming up. Last week was my daughter. This week is other people at the job, and I'm like, come
These
on now,
niggas gotta get it right.
come
For
on,
real.
man. So like,
It's
yeah,
bad enough a nigga sneeze, you be like,
what
get
you
that under
sneezing?
control. What you
You get
sneezing?
better get your coughing and
You know
sneezing
what I'm
under
saying? Get
control.
that in check, nigga. Get that in check.
Get in check, cuz. Get in check. Get in check. But no, we got a lot on the docket. Of course, we're gonna talk about some marquee games. Chiefs, Browns, Packers, Saints down in Jacksonville. Buffalo had the Pittsburgh Steelers in the building. Justin Herbert. Charges went out to DC. A lot of football talk on the docket today. We might a little venture off if we got time. If we don't ramble on too much, we'll talk a little baseball. Playoff races are heating up, but let's get all the preliminary shit out the way. The shit that pays the bills. Y'all going over to the website www.ioftenwonder.com.
19.
That is the website. You get all the information that you need of anything IOW network related.
All right.
Always go down if you are in a charitable
Always go down.
spirit. If you're in a charitable spirit, you got me
Hey, you
all
good?
messed up.
Is
Shut
that
up,
COVID in
shut
your
up.
throat, nigga?
No, no, but we know where your mind at is in the gutter, like always. Going over to the Patreon.
Why like
I'm
you sit on a
fixing.
stool, nigga?
Shut up. I'm fixing. Man, chill out, man.
Sorry, go do your thing, man. Do your
Chill
thing.
out.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Go over to the Patreon if you are feeling in a charitable spirit. Go ahead, drop some little coins on that thing. Help Detroit Mel and myself offset some of these expenses or what it takes to build a media conglomerate.
Right.
Then, of course, you can always cop some merch. J. Edward Collection is on there. I.O.W.Sports. Bird is on there on some shirts and some hoodies. And of course, I Often Wonder podcast. We got some merch for that podcast as well.
All right.
But most importantly, going over to your respective app store.
All
What's
right.
up, Lex Bub?
That.
Lex, hurry up and send that damn key fob over. I done already made my last payment. Yeah, we miss you too. I'm gonna miss you more when you send me that key fob. Going on to your respective app stores. If you are a
Nigga, stay
Google
on track.
Android
Talk about
user,
me, nigga.
yeah, if you are an Android Google user like myself, going over to the Google Play Store.
All right.
If you are an Apple iOS user like Mel, going over to the Apple Store and download the IOW Network app. Were you stretching on, man?
Got to, man.
Were you stretching for this L you better take in debate?
Let's do it.
Is that what you do? Well, let's get down to what we all came here to do.
Right,
We're gonna talk some sports. We had some big games opening week of the NFL week 1. Of course, gotta start with the homie, my homie, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs outdueled the Cleveland Browns 33-29. Hell of a game. You know what, Mel? Because I'm the squad. I watched the game. So what's your takeaway from that game, big homie?
Full disclosure, I ain't watched the whole game, but I had to work that day, so I had to get bits and pieces in. But I don't know, man. Because I want to say something about the whole assessment of the whole first week. Really, I think to me it seemed like some of them starters should have played
In the
a little more in
preseason?
preseason, because a lot of the teams didn't look in sync.
No,
a lot of them didn't look in sync. So I'll raise the question: is Cleveland getting better, or was Kansas City just rusty?
Well, no. Kansas City played. They played their starters all preseason. So Patrick Mahomes saw every preseason game. But to what you're saying, I will say this: it was that everybody had that bye week after that
Mhm.
third preseason game.
Right.
So, maybe playing all three preseason games, you were starting to get into the rhythm, and then you got to shut it down, and
Mhm.
then you got to find a way to pick it back up again. So, in essential, is just a bye week.
Mhm.
Early in the season.
Right.
Well, pretty much, if you really think about it, training camp, three preseason games, you still been practicing. So maybe it's just a quick little joint to refresh. And honestly, I'll say this about that Chiefs. The Chiefs offense looks looks fine. Um, I I'm not gonna say it looks great yet. That offense is new starters across the whole line.
Right.
There's five new starters, and so
And then
once
Cleveland made a couple key mistakes at the end.
the muff punt from the punter
Mhm.
definitely was at the wrong time.
Right.
Even Nick Chubb, who's been secure with the football, he fumbles.
Right.
And then, of course, to seal the game, Baker throws a silly mistake. Easy interception. Baker being Baker.
And here's my thing, man. And that's when I was talking about this today. I was talking to a guy at my job. We was talking about the game, just talking about football in general. But this particular thing I mentioned, I said, but that's what separates good teams for great teams. So
Hmm.
Cleveland may be a good team, but they're not a great team yet. Because when you have a team, of Kansas City caliber, and you got them down, you got to keep them down. That means tighten up the turnovers, the mistakes, especially muff punt happens.
Hmm.
But fumbles, you gotta secure that ball. That means you gotta fall down with it, especially if you have a lead in interceptions. You know, you have to be secure with the ball. If you gotta throw the ball away. Because you have to look at, you know,
The
it's
bigger
best
picture.
the bigger picture. It's best to have to keep the lead than to give any team, especially like Kansas City, any opportunity.
Hmm.
And then you have to rely on your defense. That's what great teams do. You know.
Now, and here's one thing that I need people to realize about this Chiefs game yesterday, and with the
Mhm,
offense, in particular the offense, they didn't get a lot of rushing yards as a team, 73 total yards, but
mhm,
they they rushed the ball 23 times.
mhm,
Cleveland ran at 26 and ran for above 53.
mhm,
So there was probably a once in a lifetime situation that Andy Reid actually kind of stuck with the running. He tried.
mhm,
Usually he'll throw a couple running plays in there and then abandon it totally. But 23 carries, he tried.
right.
He's trying to turn it into a balanced offense. And so as a Chief fan, I'm like, okay. And then I looked at something else. And I know stats don't tell a lot of things, but when you look at it, they won the time of possession. When
Mhm,
Kansas City had problems last year, they were losing the TOP,
right.
and teams were running on. And we said this last week, man. I said if Cleveland runs the ball, it's going to be a long day for Kansas City.
Right.
And sure enough, that first half, boy, like I was like, ugh. I was like, I kind of might have jinxed the squad. I told you, stop the run. And but
Mhm,
but but this was known. This was known. It wasn't a secret. You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? I mean, Stevie Wonder could probably told you what the Chiefs need to do on
right.
defense,
Especially against them.
especially against
You
them.
got two stud running backs.
But say what you want, Tyreek goes for almost 200.
Mhm.
Travis Kelce gets a couple of scores. The players that you're expecting to make big plays on the Chiefs offense make big plays.
But here's my thing. I don't think when you're talking about Kansas City, I don't think you don't game plan to shut them down. I think you game
Contain.
plan to slow them down.
And that's all you can do.
You know what I'm saying? And you game plan to take advantage of any opportunities that you get.
Mhm.
Every team gonna give you an opportunity, no matter how
Oh,
good they are. And
always
so,
is
and you
if you take the
minimize
opportunity
right,
to
and you
yeah.
minimize the mistakes, and you minimize, your, you minimize your mistakes as the opposing team. So I think that's what you do when you play teams like Kansas City. If you come in trying to say we're gonna stop, Kelsey, Tyreek, you're not gonna do it. And I'm not saying you let them run havoc all over you. You know what I'm saying? But you slow them down, you jam them at the line. Do like Tampa Bay did last year. Keep two on them, jam Kelsey. Do what you got to do to slow them down.
But here's to Cleveland's point.
Mm-hmm.
On their defense, they got about like maybe 5-6 new starters themselves on defense, primarily half in the backfield. Of course, you got Clowney on the front line. But they're trying to find their groove, trying to find their sync. Right. Now I'll say this team, Cleveland, further down the road, will be a problem. They will be an issue. Once they get over that hurdle of stop shooting yourself in the foot, making silly mistakes, making bad penalties like the homeboy on the sideline. Whether it was intentional or not, you had your foot on homeboy's chest.
Right.
And the coach reacted like, yo, get your foot off his chest, man. And so for you to, push the coach and react again, look, it goes back to Pee Wee. The second guy always gets caught.
Right. That's how it always is.
Second guy always gets caught. And so now you're gone. There's a penalty. And, the muff punt again, the bad interception, Chubb fumble. You having these mistakes and you're trying to prove that you're one of the best in the conference against the best team in the conference. And you can't go into not in that house, that stadium, 80,000 plus, all wearing red, going batshit crazy.
Spreading that COVID everywhere.
Yeah, it's not a place you want to sit there and try to make those mistakes and think you're just gonna work your way out of quicksand. It don't work like that.
I agree.
But they lost themselves after halftime. That was a whole total team. But credit to like I said, Andy Reid. The Chiefs actually had almost sustainable drives of like 8-9 minutes on multiple times.
Right.
So, like I said, they won the time on possession.
That's what I want to say too. That goes to my point. When I was watching a lot of games that I watched, I didn't watch all of them because, like I said, I had to work. But a few games that I watched, especially the teams that's supposed to have dominant defenses, there wasn't a lot of dominant defensive playing out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a few good, there's a few good plays, but it wasn't like what you used to seeing as far as a dominant defense. Now, Pittsburgh played well. Their defense played well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we'll touch on them in a second too. But now the Kansas City defense, you was out without Frank Clark, and whether Chiefs fans want to admit it or not, he can, when he's all the way there, is one of the best premier pass rushers in the league.
Right.
You didn't have Tyrann Mathieu. He just came off the COVID list.
Right.
So you're losing your captain and your mental leader, your spiritual leader. You don't have him. So I was concerned about that as a fan because, and first half, they were proving me right of my concern. Couldn't stop the run, couldn't do nothing. And then, like I said, credit to Andy Reid for sticking to the run, because coming out the half, Chiefs get the ball first, and, they ate a lot of clock.
Right.
So it got the defense to, start communicating on the sideline of what they're seeing. And then next thing you know, all that scoring went away. They held them to 7 points in the second half. So at least I will give the defense kudos for stepping up in the second half. But as a fan, it does make you nervous because you're like, what the hell was y'all doing? Because and I was very optimistic about the defense because preseason they did play well, and it wasn't just the starters playing well on defense. And I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers is moving. But Willie Gay gets hurt, and then Frank Clark gets hurt. Matthew hits the COVID list. And you're like, oh, damn.
Right.
There you go. But the rookie Nick Bolton stepped up. I liked him from Missouri, Mizzou. So he did his thing.
What up, Sincere? What up, Scott?
Scott, what's up? Sincere King. What's up? Matter of fact, real quick, shout out my guy Sincere. Hey, Sincere, drop your plug to your new business right now. Big congrats to the big homie
Yeah.
Sincere King over at the Black
You
Owned
doing trafficking.
Podcast. He said, "I moved there, yeah, yo, from San Diego, Moomba by the kilo, straight out the jungle, yeah, 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 yeah." Ain't that right, Sincere? Young King, move that dough. Now for
Got it.
yeah, so right there, Empire Logistics dot biz. That's our man Sincere King.
Right.
So anything of you
Anything moved.
anything move,
He got you.
freight, all that.
Right. Hoes,
Man.
anything. My man got you.
No, the thoughts and views of Detroit Males is his and only his.
So we probably
it does not represent I.O.W.Sports, but no, Empire Logistics LLC services fit for an empire, 24/7 availability, dedicated dispatcher, innovative technology platform, best rate negotiations, broker and shipper credit checks, local routes available, and more. Hit him up. The phone number is 888-350-3330. And the email is dispatch at empire, that's EMPIRE logistics.biz. So y'all hit up the homie Sincere King. I told my man I plug him out, and I'm a man of my word, but nah, we real proud of you, man. Hey, we know how it feel when you get tired of working for motherfuckers. You like, man, if I'm gonna do all this work, let me get all the monies, all the monies.
That's right.
No, we'll get to Jalen Hurts in a second, big homie. Yeah, how about them Texans? No, so look, overall, good win by the Chiefs. And look, if Cleveland can clean it up, they will be a force to reckon with for sure. But hey, Baker being Baker at the end of the game, that's all I got to say. But what I didn't expect.
Here we go.
What I had a lot of those.
I had a lot of those.
Oh no, I had a lot of those too because my picks did not look good when I look back. You actually hit on a couple that Miami and Chargers hit for you. I was skeptical about Giants. That. I went Denver. I knew what was going to happen with that. But no, what I didn't expect was the performance that Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers was going to put on the field. I did not expect that. That boy Crab Leg showed. Look,
now he was on IG dancing up a storm.
Oh, of course, he happy as hell because he
Super Bowl.
Hey, because this is the year for him to prove it. Because I'm telling you, if he don't, I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be in New Orleans next year.
So he gonna be in New Orleans.
You see the way he was hugging Sean Payton yesterday.
He's like, "Bet you know I'm coming down here next year, right?"
He was like, "Yo, come get me, cuz."
Then I was watching. Was it?
He said, "Come get me, cuz."
Come get me, bro.
Come on, come get me, bro.
It's cold up here too. We tripping with the money.
Hey,
you know what?
But, hey, Aaron Rodgers, like, I know you got the money because you just paid Marshawn Lattimore literally right after the game, and he just left with an injury too. By the way, he broke his thumb writing his signature on that bitch. Like, come on.
I can't remember where I saw that, but somebody talking about Aaron Rodgers sabotaging Green Bay.
Hey,
did you see that?
I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I wouldn't put it past him. Be just a real spiteful dude.
But I heard he is real spiteful though.
Petty, like a real petty dude.
I heard he can be real petty and real spiteful. So
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I would think that the competitiveness in you will want to stand out more than your spitefulness.
Well, yeah, because it's
That's
like
just me.
yes, but I'll say this. I'm not going to discredit the Saints on this. They were prepared.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
came in. They're dealing with a lot of different things, and that's what we talked about leading up to this week. We said on
Mm,
Thursday, what kind of leader can Jameis be to get this team mentally ready? And pretty much, you're talking about the GM, or the owner, Mickey Loomis, and Sean Payton only kind of got, some kind of experience dealing with being displaced because
right,
of a hurricane.
right.
So you're dealing with more that goes beyond the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with real life shit. So
All right, you call y'all the New Orleans nomads.
they be moving, boy.
I be moving.
They in Texas, playing in Florida.
Right.
Shit, they gonna be. They might hop from like city to city on their away on their
Mm.
home games.
Right. You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean,
Like,
but hey, it may be something to galvanize them together though. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the year Katrina hit.
yeah,
So it might be something to galvanize them together. I don't know. But I think this week, man, was just an odd. It was an odd
we.
sport week, man. It's odd. Now I'm gonna say this. I know I just want to get it out. I was not surprised Ohio State lost.
Oh no, I
The way
wasn't
they
at
played
all.
against Minnesota, and I didn't get a chance because we didn't get a chance to talk about it. I'm gonna say they're gonna lose that game.
But it's because we talked about it. I don't know if I had this conversation with you or if we had it on the show.
Right.
That dude for we was talking on Man
We
Down.
talking
Matter
about
of
man
fact,
down, right? Yeah.
Ibrahim
Mm-hmm.
of Minnesota was running up and down
Now,
that
right,
defense before he ended up tearing his AC or his Achilles, and he's
right.
out for the season. And so I'm thinking
And you
like
see what what's his name, Verdale, what he was
Verdun,
doing.
CJ Verdun
Yeah, he was killing them,
killed him,
killing them,
killed him.
and they kept running the same play. And Ohio State couldn't stop it.
They they made
They
they
stacked three
made
on
no
one side,
they made no
and
adjustment.
one receiver on the other side, and then run to the weak side. And it was like
They made no adjustment to it. They kept
they
running that same play,
same play.
and we're like, I
And
was sitting
bruh,
there watching. I'm just like,
it's
again.
36. Watch to run this play. Shoot.
Hey, Joe Klatt, he was like, "You're running the same play." He repeated that more than once, and
Right.
he's like, "Yo, this defense is making
Right.
no
He said,
adjustment."
look, I played for Colorado. You know, we ain't had no team. And I recognize this play.
Ohio State but look, it. They look like they came coming down to earth now, just a little bit.
And the reason I brought it up
I
because
bet you Iowa could get them, dog.
Iowa probably can get them. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It might be Michigan year to get them.
No, bump your brakes, cuz.
I'm just saying. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Michigan fan.
You sure?
I'm just trust me, man. I don't support the Lions when they I know, you know what I'm saying, when they playing somebody, I be like, they gonna lose that game. You know what I'm saying? But Iowa defense
Iowa
is mean.
defense is mean.
I brought it up because I was going to transition from that back into the NFL because that kind of started off like well, you look at and the Florida State loss.
Oh, that was a bad loss. Florida State, come on, bro.
So you look at those losses, they now turn on the NFL, and you start seeing even the Tampa Bay game in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That game, Tampa Bay defense didn't look dominant like it did in the Super Bowl.
No, and we'll get to them in a second, but when you're talking about Aaron Rodgers,
free shoe.
when you talk about Aaron Rodgers' performance, what is that? What you are the MVP? You've been talked about literally since the NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? And how do you come out, make this big fuss through the whole summer, and you come out and play like that? Now, granted, and I'm not making no excuses for that pitiful performance, but you don't have your All-Pro left tackle Bakhtiari, and you're going against a solid defense. Matter of fact, they look damn good.
Right.
I gotta give that defense of the Saints credit because they capitalized on mistakes. They dominated up front.
What up,
They
Mel?
they made Aaron Rodgers get off his spot. They made
Right.
him run. You know, and Jameis capitalized. His numbers ain't big, but when you throw 5 touchdowns because your defense is giving you good field position, you take it.
Right. Mel say, I'm trying to watch while I'm at the pharmacy, but y'all disabled the closed caption. Sure, we had closed caption. What up, though, Van?
What up, man?
Hey, Mel, we get through pick up that Viagra. Just don't get back on.
Get you some Bluetooth, bro. That boy gonna walk out of the pharmacy knocking over shit.
Right. Tearing holes in the wall.
Baby, come on, let's go.
Gotta get home.
We got 4 hours. Is the kids in bed yet?
Right.
We gonna wake them up for sure. Shit.
But
no.
Go ahead.
No. Hey, great performance by the Saints, man.
You can't take nothing away from them, man. They play well. They play well. I'm just cautious because it's just week 1 to put any prediction on any team. Because like I said, the Tampa Bay performance, it wasn't great. I mean, Goodwin, what can I say that name?
Chris Godwin.
Yeah, Chris Godwin almost gave that game away. When it was down and that fumble was horrible, man.
You jumping in and out of segments, man. I need you to focus on the Saints and the Packers, nigga.
Man, I thought we done with them, man. We done with them. We done with them niggas.
They didn't even attempt to run the ball. They abandoned it quickly.
Right.
Quickly.
Right.
And Jordan Love popped up. Uh-oh.
I was reading a comment too. I don't know, there's like, some of the games I had to watch on my phone, and some of the games, I kind of just look at I was watching the highlights, and like you click on the score, it shows you the comments and stuff, or like people saying about the game, and them Packer fans was pissed. Jordan Love showed up. They was pissed.
Hey, you piss in general, just that performance that the Packers put on. That was just, that was just horrible.
3 points, bro. They ain't 3 points. That's it.
3. All right, so we can move off that. Josh Allen didn't have the greatest of performances yesterday, and this is a guy
he earned that money.
He just got paid. He got paid,
right?
And, he's throwing the ball 51 times. Like that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of throws, especially when you got Singletary is going 11 carries for 72 yards. He's averaging 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
You got a running game. Why is Josh Allen throwing the ball 51 times when you got a running game?
That's an offensive coordinator.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. But I know who did earn their bag. TJ Watt got paid and he showed up.
Oh yeah, he showed up.
when you talking about like Josh Allen is not a small dude.
He not
at all. You talking about probably like him and Cam are physically about the same size, about 6'5", 6'6", 270, solid dudes.
Right.
And so TJ Watt was on his ass the whole game.
That's right.
he was on his ass. I mean, come up with 2 sacks. That's big.
That defense played pretty good in general, man. Pittsburgh defense played pretty good.
Well, Pittsburgh's defense was never the issue. It was who Mr. Don't tell me no.
Burger.
Yeah, Mr. Burger, Roethlisberger.
Right.
He didn't have a good game. That's what we was worried about. So when you talking about
appreciate you, Mel.
Yeah, appreciate you, Mel. So when you talking about the question mark that we was worried about, and you come up and you have this performance where you really weren't efficient,
Right.
you know, you look. But kudos to Buffalo's defense. They look a little bit improved in what
Yeah.
last year.
But then I give you the same argument, because you said the question was was it Buffalo defense or Ben?
Might be a combination of both.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, here's my thing. I think Pittsburgh with Tomlin coaching them and that defense, they always gonna be in the game.
Yeah,
Always. I mean, they always
yeah.
gonna be in the game. And Ben just gotta just do enough not to lose the game.
Hmm.
That's the kind of team Pittsburgh have right now. Ben gotta do enough not to lose the game. And defense keeps them in the game. And you can put them up against anybody and they have a chance to win.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what's gonna be interesting now, that Pittsburgh and Cleveland game when it comes up.
That division
That division in general.
right now, and I don't want to rush to conclusion about Cincinnati. I mean, they were playing Minnesota.
We get to that too. God, that
Yeah,
game.
that was actually a good game. But
Not at the beginning.
no,
Not at the beginning.
but no. With Pittsburgh, they needed this win, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Okay.
because they need to shed that. They had that cupcake schedule, went 11-0, and
Mhm.
then when they got quality competition, they went flat on their face.
Right.
So they
Right.
need to shed last year. And you need to prove that you can hang with the Kansas City, Buffalo, Cleveland, Baltimore's. I don't want to say Tennessee after what they just did yesterday.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's been a weird
But
sports week, bro.
yeah, but you want to show that you can hang with those upper echelon teams in the conference.
Right.
So
Right.
Pittsburgh needed this.
Hmm.
They need that quick little early season morale boost,
Right.
because that's a big win to go in Buffalo.
Because everybody's picking Buffalo to, at least make it to the
AFC Championship
AFC
again.
Championship.
Yeah.
At least make that. Mean at the very least make that. And the way they played yesterday, it looking like it's kind of suspect.
TJ Watt, man. I
He's
mean,
a beast, man.
look, Josh Allen just couldn't get into full rhythm yesterday. He just couldn't.
Hmm.
I mean, he was getting like serious pass rush, and Pittsburgh defense played a hell of a game plan. They
And
made
they got
sure.
Devin Bush back. He didn't, he was out last year.
My thing is with Josh Allen, he can't repeat this. He can't repeat that performance, because then you're regressing from the progression that you just made over the first 3 years.
I'll say this. I think, and when we get active, we get enough time. When we finish, I go back and assess everybody. But since we talk about specifically Josh Allen, I think there's going to be players that I'm not worried about, or teams and players I'm not worried about, that's going to make those adjustments and be better. I think this is that first game jitters. I mean, for lack of better words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just believe that there's some teams that's gonna make those adjustments and be the team that we used to seeing them be.
Mm-hmm.
I just believe that. And I think some teams, like, well, I'll wait till we get to them, but I think some teams are just, they happen to come up on the right team at the right time, but they not that team. And I think Philly is that team. It's one of those. But anyway, what Mel say?
Now he over there talking about
He's
Chiefs
got lucky. I've seen that much luck since the Music City Miracle.
Here we go with a hater. Good and damn well. You know what? Just go back to the beginning of the show. We already talked about them. I ain't gonna backtrack and tell you the real of that game. Melvin Wall. Don't be coming on our show with that bull. Anyway.
But I mean, but that go back to what I was saying. So is Cleveland an improved team? Or was it the Chiefs just, sluggish?
I say the defense was sluggish, but they picked it up second half, and Cleveland did look improved. Kevin Stefanski, look, the way he was calling up that first half, he was putting on a clinic.
Yeah,
he was putting on a clinic,
they was looking good that first half.
and the players was executing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, what killed the momentum is the Chiefs got a score before half, and then they came out the second half with the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a lengthy drive, and
Right.
so they cooled them off. They killed all that momentum. That momentum got killed at the end of the first half and halftime, and then coming out the second half. It got
Right.
killed for
Okay.
Cleveland. That big momentum swung right over to Kansas City sideline. So I
Right.
don't know if it's necessary luck. It was just good game plan by Andy Reid. Like I said, he stuck with the run. He tried to establish it. It wasn't successful, but he
Mm-hmm.
tried.
But
He kept them honest.
that goes back to what I was saying too. That separates the good team from the great teams.
Yeah,
If on Cleveland's part, when that happened to you, you have to be able to bounce back from that. Because
they didn't.
momentum swings happen throughout games. Period.
Yeah, it's
That just
going to.
happens. It's gonna happen, and you have to be able to recover from that. If you're a great team,
You got to be ready for it.
you gotta be ready for it. And you gotta be ready to recover from it. And I
Yeah,
think with Cleveland, that's one of the things they need to work at, and then not giving up bonehead plays at the end of the game.
yeah.
You
They
can't
they
do that.
they
Not
shot
not against
they
a
shot themselves in the foot.
not
They
against a
did.
premier team. They're gonna take advantage of that. And
Mhm.
that's mostly what Cleveland needs to clean up to get to that elite status. I mean, on paper, they got great players on paper. If you look at them on paper, they should be able to match up with anybody. But it's all about the execution.
I'm curious when they're going to activate OBJ.
Yeah, me too.
If you ask me, that would have added a crazy dynamic to that offense yesterday.
Well, you ask me what I would do. I would use him to get some more players.
Trade bait.
That's all I would do. I mean, put it like this. Now, it's not taking nothing away from OB. It's not. He's a great player, but you have a good team without him. Now, you can use him to fill in some holes that you need. Because okay, you add him to it. How much better is he gonna make you compared to if you use him as trade bait? You can get some more players that fill in your holes.
Look,
What Scott say?
yeah, he's talking about the pushing, isn't it? Yeah, we kind of touched
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
oh yeah, right. Yeah, that
Um,
was crazy too.
look, and I don't want no OBJ fans just jump on me,
Mm-hmm.
but talent wise, I say he's probably top 10 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get him on the field, you know, and I'm not a hater on OBJ. It's just that when you got a team how Cleveland is built, when it's definitely run first.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt got to set the tone first. And
Mm-hmm.
that is the driving engine that gets that offense going. And Baker plays off that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Play action,
Yeah,
bootleg.
the play action, the bootleg. That's how
Mm-hmm.
David Njoku was getting on. That's
I gotta
how
say, I can't hear or see the words y'all saying. So
I'm gonna play a game. Just all facial expressions. I'm gonna guess what y'all talking about. Touch your hat if I'm right. Detroit Lions.
hold
No,
on,
we're
wait
not. touch that. No,
Why you can't hear us though? Wait a minute, it's on.
nah, I hear it. So,
Okay, I'll make
I'm
sure.
gonna keep talking. But you can be okay without OBJ on that offense.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, my thing is it's not about OBJ. It's more about business. I'm always about business. It's not about OBJ. It's more about from a business perspective. The team that you have now is a good team, good put together team. OBJ is like icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is somebody will take him. So you need to find the right team that will take him to give you what you need to add pieces that you're missing from your offense or defense.
I know they wouldn't do it, but if I was Baltimore, I would probably call them because they're in
Or some
division.
draft picks.
So I know they probably wouldn't do it because it's in division, but trade OBJ for O lineman, or Honestly, right now, sincere, because Cleveland might lose their left tackle for I don't know for how long, but he went down.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
uh I mean, why not? There's got to be a left tackle out there that somebody is willing to come up off of for OBJ.
Right. Now that's my
Just
thing. So it's like you ain't he ain't active. He only activated yesterday. Y'all played a good game minus those mistakes. You clean those mistakes up, you're a great team. So why hold on to him when there's people that they probably would take him for O lineman or a cornerback or whatever you need to fill those holes. That's what I would do. Why hold on to him?
Yeah, I would too. But I know one team that's probably out there needing some help, especially at the quarterback position. A Washington football team.
Oh man,
Fitzmagic.
it's magic.
Fitzmagic
Somebody
got
put a spell on him.
that boy got put on IR today,
Right.
and
It's like I'm seeing
then
stars, nigga.
busted his hip.
It's magic.
That boy got the gout. No, so look, that Washington Chargers game ended up turning out into a more defensive game than I probably thought it would have been. And look, I'm with you, sincere. Why not call Cam?
Right.
Why not? Because I mean, looking at Washington, they're going to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball. Antonio Gibson had 20 carries, got 90 yards. If you add Cam to that dynamic, that keeps your defense honest because you have to account for Cam in the run as well. I mean, I don't know if Ron Rivera wants to do that all over again. I don't know, but
business, man. It's business.
Hey, kick the wheels on it. You know what I'm saying?
Can't make it personal. It's all about business.
Oh, of course, but that's what I say. Kick the wheels on it. See what could possibly shake. At least bring him in for a tryout. I think I'm not a great advocate for Cam, but I do know he's earned at least a tryout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So out of respect.
I mean, Cam in that defense, man.
That defense, boy.
I'm just saying, that's a good fit for Cam. He doesn't have to do much.
It's Carolina all over again.
You don't have to do much. And you got Ron Rivera.
They didn't have consecutive winning seasons, but hell, if you can make it to the playoffs with that same formula,
I'd have been on the phone and as soon as Fitzpatrick went down and get Cam on the phone.
I mean, look, no, I hear you. It's not like Taylor Heineke he didn't play bad, but
Taylor Heineke.
But yeah, he's not going to give you nothing exciting,
right?
I think that game he had against Tampa Bay was an outlier.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't put it back to back.
That's what I'm saying. Are you going to ride him for the rest of the season?
He Taysom Hill.
No, don't disrespect him like that. He ain't that far to change. No, he ain't that far down. But I ain't gonna disrespect the man like that. That's fighting words, cuz call a man Taysom Hill. You Tim Tebow? What? Oh, what? We got some fight now. You comparing me to them busters,
right?
Yeah, we got some fight. That's fighting words. No, don't. Ryan, what's up, Chiefs, baby? Ryan? Yeah, Ryan, my fellow Chiefs head over there. Good win yesterday for sure. But I'll say this about the Chargers. Justin Herbert didn't look too bad. He didn't look too shabby. The interception, probably if you take that back, but Chargers might have some. That defense played well.
Yeah, that defense played well, man. I'm big on the Chargers, man. I like the Chargers. I like Justin Herbert, man. I like Justin. I mean, I'm not picking to win on Super Bowl, but I think they're gonna do well this year.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan. I think the Chargers are scary. If I remember correctly, I think I picked them to come in second. I'd probably get like 10, 11 wins. And I don't think it's far-fetched from what the performance that they put on yesterday. Getting great defensive production, and then Keenan Allen and Mike Williams both got off,
Right.
had good games at receiving, and so Justin Herbert actually, uh, uh, even Jared Cook got 5 receptions. Guyton and Hill Jr. both got 3 catches apiece, so he was distributing the ball pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes when you face a defense like Washington, they're gonna give you some, but they're not gonna give you a lot. So
Right.
Chargers did well on offense to get what they did get,
Mm-hmm.
because at some point, that Washington defense was going to get into their groove and make life different, because it was a very defensive game. I kind of went back and forth on it
Right.
because I was like, yeah, this is all defense on this one.
But some of the games I was watching in the red zone, so you don't get the full picture of what's going on. This score.
Nah, man, I went ahead and bought that little Sunday NFL little ticket app.
Yeah.
And so you on my phone, I had like 4 different games on it at the same time. So I'm like, yeah.
I had to break down and get it.
I mean, if you're gonna watch it, it's
my
worth it.
bootleg site got shut down.
That's what you get, old stream pirate.
I was on there on my bootleg site. That wouldn't even come up. I was like, come on, man, are you kidding me?
75, right? And then it connects to my NFL fantasy pick, so I could.
It's 75 a month or just 75?
75 a month. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna pay that $262 up front. I was like, no, split that up.
Got that up,
yeah,
bro. Got that up.
yeah. Let this shit stretch. But look, I'm not gonna look too bad on the Washington for losing that game. Honestly, both teams played well. It could have went either way.
Right.
I think both of those teams are definitely improved like hell. Washington, they got to find some offense though. They got to make sure that they can.
They won't get it from Fitzpatrick.
No, but hey, I'm with sincere. Go kick the wheels on Cam Newton and see what's up. If not him, I don't even see any other quarterback out there that you can, get to replace that little situation. Because Tyler Heineke, I don't know if he the
not the answer.
Right? No,
he not the answer. I didn't see the Denver game.
Oh yeah, Melvin Gordon had a like a 70+ yard TD run. Look, I said about Denver too. I think they're going to be improved too. We'll see about the Raiders tonight.
They play Baltimore, right?
Of course, Melvin want him to win because he need to validate that little 12-win soliloquy he had. So he needs to.
Mel just be talking.
He need that validation for the Raiders for him
Mel
to say that
talking, man.
That crazy shit.
He don't even believe that.
He said that shit with conviction, dog. He believed that shit.
Did he have his hat on when he said it?
Hey, you gonna keep riding on homeboy. Yeah. Hey, Melvin Wallman, you messed up letting Mel see your head without a hat. You didn't got. You didn't got. But no,
that nigga like Professor X. Get cerebral.
Hey Mel, it's all him. I ain't in on none of this. I want to make sure I'm invited back on Tuesday shows. This is all him. All him. But no, and then of course, since we didn't get a chance to really talk about it because the game happened after we recorded, week 1 kicked it off. Cowboys and Buccaneers.
I need Corey on here now.
Oh, you need Corey on here
so he can defend them Cowboys.
No, look, I can defend. I'll defend Dak on this one for sure. I wouldn't. His performance by himself was masterful. Yeah. Kudos to him. Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's dialing some. here's my issue with Dallas. I would hate for Kellen Moore to get upstaged by Mike McCarthy with these stupid bonehead coaching decisions still. Like taking that long ass field goal for no damn reason made no sense.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
You giving up free field to Tom Brady. And as a coach, everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. You do not give Tom Brady a minute and a half to go downfield. You do not do it.
Right.
You do not do it. I can't emphasize it enough. You do not give Tom Brady a minute and a half. Period. You are asking to get an L hung on your head. Period. all that hoop celebrating you got bubbling up inside is about to get distinguished.
Shut down.
Quick. It's about to get extinguished.
Right.
And yet they always do. Look, and I said this too. I can't remember what show. Dallas still has to prove that they can play defense. You still have to prove you can play defense, and you just let Mr. 44-year-old. Look, I know it's Tom Brady, but still, like,
man, shoot. In that game, both teams need to prove they can play defense.
Yes, no, but I'll say this about Tampa's defense. Tampa's defense last year really wasn't that great against the pass. They were, they benefited a lot in some of those games where the defense had a lead to play with, so their pass rush looks good at times.
Mm-hmm.
Their run defense, I'm not worried about their run defense. They can stop the run.
Now, Vita Vega's looking nice.
That's what I'm saying. They can stop the run.
You know what I'm saying? I know he got held more than times than they was calling because
he
was pushing my man all the way back in the backfield. So Vita Vega look nice.
Dallas couldn't get the run going. Zeke disappeared. A Tampa Bay's defense run defense is not the question. That pass defense actually was.
They have no depth. That's one thing. It's no depth. And when
they was having the injuries,
when a man went down,
yeah,
it showed up. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nobody like. Everybody has to stay healthy for them. It's still the same. If you just type in I.O.W.Sports, it'll come up, the YouTube link.
Well,
matter of fact, I'll drop it in there. Go ahead.
Well, because I know people need to really look at the fact that last year their pass defense was suspect at times. But like I said, if once they're in the lead, it kind of doesn't look so bad because you got a great pass rush. You can literally just send 4 men to go get the quarterback, and 8 times out of 10 they'll get the job done. So it's the same issue on this one. But I won't trash Tampa's defense just to big up Dak. It was just that Dak was just tearing them apart, man. He was tearing them apart.
Nice, man. He was looking nice.
Here's my thing. You knew they couldn't run. So it was going to be on Dak's shoulders, period. And he did his job. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Dak did his job. So I don't know, Cowboys fans. I know y'all got a chance to really feel good about the game. In my opinion, is a morale victory.
You said it's a morale victory.
Yes, that's a morale victory. I mean, you got some good points to hang your head on, and it starts and ends with Dak. That's it. Zeke can't perform like that. 11 carries, 33 yards. Defense can't give up all the yardage in America. Look, you got to make sure that you shore it up. But look, Dallas will be lucky. They got a favorable schedule if you really look at it. So, it's going to come down to later in the year when you see Dallas probably got 10, 11 wins, and they're going to have to play a tough team. and then you'll
Right.
probably end up with the same situation like they did in Thursday, where Dak literally has to try to outdo the other quarterback. So it's going to be a strange season for me for Dallas watching them.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't judge off this first week. Because I go off the first week, then I had confidence that Dallas will win the division. But at the same time, the way Philly played, Philly looked like they're not going to be the bums of that division like I originally thought. But then that's playing Atlanta, and it was the first week. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to make too many. I don't want to make too many judgments on the first week.
I'll say it like this. I'm not gonna say what,
because I like Cecilia said, Hurts looked great. He did look great, but there's playing Atlanta, and like I said, and this week was just so strange. I'm kind of reserving my comment to kind of say, all right, let me step back and wait a couple of weeks and see what's up.
Well, because come on, that's no question. That looked way better than Hurts.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion on that. Just because when you think of the level of competition, if you put Buccaneers against Falcons, to me that's a no brainer. Buccaneers is going to look better than the Falcons. So and that's not taking anything away from Jalen Hurts. I'm actually glad he had that type of performance, because we've said it since all of last year. I feel like the Philly organization just haven't done enough to make sure they have something around him. You know what I'm saying? To be successful. Right. Look, I'm not going to put that. It's a good win. I picked Atlanta to win it because I'm thinking, I'm
laughing at Ryan.
Philly ain't done a damn thing to make me prove that they was going to be a good team or not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm like I said, they did better than I thought they were going to do, even against Atlanta. But this week was so strange. I'm gonna wait, like maybe like week 3, and then I get my assessment on Philly. Well, I got a little more sample size.
Oh, of course. I need a bigger sample size on Philly, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Who else? The Jets.
Jets gonna be the Jets. I don't care what nobody
says. No. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. More specifically, Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Specifically, Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
And that's pretty much about it. Every other team, I think they're gonna be where they're gonna be at.
Too. I'll throw Tua in the mix too.
You know what? I'll say this. I knew
it's gonna win.
Because you picked him. I don't know how the hell you picked that bullshit.
I told you, man. I told you. But I mean, look, man, that defense is scary in Miami.
Yeah.
And all Tua needed to do was not mess up. That's it. That's all he needed to do.
The interception I didn't like.
Well, I mean, this is Tua.
You can't throw that ball getting hit. And he got rocked.
But here's the thing.
Matthew Judon rocked him, bro.
The same thing Tom did. But because Tom was completed, everybody, that was a great play by Tom Brady. He was falling down.
You don't throw that ball.
And he threw it. He shouldn't have thrown that. He threw it, but it got caught, and everybody's talking about how great it was.
Yeah. But you know what? Mac Jones didn't look too terrible.
He didn't look bad either. He did not. He took a bad sack. Sack.
Yeah.
He run into the. He did something. I can't remember because I watched that on YouTube, so I can't remember that.
But that was the only sack that Miami was able to get.
Right.
I don't think Mac Jones actually didn't look too. He looked oddly kind of comfortable.
Well, I said that the preseason. I said when Mel kept saying, talking about Mac Jones. I said the one thing I'm looking at is the intangibles. How he was poised in the pocket, some of the throws he was completing, and how comfortable he just looked comfortable there. Now, I wasn't going out and say they was going to the Super Bowl or
No.
anything like that, but I think they have something in Mac Jones. That's all I was saying.
And here's the thing, I'm not trying to compare him to 20
At
years
the
of Tom Brady.
same team, at the
I'm
right, go ahead,
look,
go ahead.
I'm not trying. People don't jump on me. Please don't jump on me. I'm not trying to compare him to 20 years of Tom Brady. But when I was watching that game, I'm like, it fits
They system,
they system.
right?
Because and I'm like, come on, they don't have a 12 on there, but damn it, if he don't look identical, like
System
he
wise,
system wise, he's spreading the ball. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like it wasn't just to one. He got there's a couple of cats on here. There's like, all right, so there's two guys that got 6 catches, two guys that got 5.
Right.
Another guy got 3, one guy got 2, and a couple other guys got to catch themselves. He's spreading the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he's making sure that the team is going to either win or lose together.
Mhm.
What? That's the same system for 20 years. They got 6 championships. Run the ball, play good defense, quarterback, take dink and dunk, take your shots every now and then. It's the same system.
Right. Scott said those plays with both backs in for the Cowboys seem to work. However, they abandoned that quick. But Dak was throwing the ball pretty well though.
Oh, you're talking about when they was getting Tony Pollard out in the flat
Yeah.
and Zeke out in the flat.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should have exploited that more. And I don't know if that's McCarthy's call or Kellen Moore's call.
Mhm.
But if you're doing, and this is what bothers me about McCarthy, I'm telling you, this is what bothers me about this dude. Is like things that work, he tries to outsmart his damn self and be like,
Right.
well, I know this works, but let's try this. And you're like, bro,
Stick with what works, man. Stick with what
stick
works.
with what works.
Right.
And I'm just like, God, you got to be the most aggravating coach to want to sit there and root for as a fan, bro.
And yet he still keep getting jobs.
And he got it.
Keep getting jobs.
You talking about a coach that got carried to a championship? Golly.
For real.
And, bruh, you don't have Aaron Rodgers. You don't have that stout defense that the Packers had in 2010. They had Pro Bowlers on both sides of the field.
That's correct.
Come on, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Greg Jennings. I mean,
I'm gonna say Greg Jennings.
No, but I'm just saying.
Once Jordy Nelson left, he was like he disappeared.
Hey, he had a wide receiver core right there and quality players. I'm a little concerned with Green Bay. They don't have that magic. They usually start the season with it. I guess they got to gradually pick it up. As long as they have it for the playoffs, they're good.
Hey, look, I feel good about the Lions. They're in first place.
Yeah, the whole team, the whole division on one. Y'all all sharing first place.
Right, all tied for first.
Y'all all tied for first.
First time in a long time, Lions been in first place. How about?
But no, to your point, man, you got a valid point to have some concern because, like we said when we were talking about the game earlier, there's no way you have all that hoopla throughout the whole summer. Matter of fact, it started from literally the end of the NFC Championship game all the way through the summer till week 1. Matter of fact, he had an interview with Aaron Andrews Sunday morning, week 1. So then it's another day that is being talked about with the whole drama.
Right.
And then you come out and drop that. And then, when they say this team will go as far as a certain person will take them, it's like once Aaron Rodgers started playing like doo-doo, then everybody else just start playing like doo-doo, dog.
You're horrible, man. For real.
It's the first time Denver's been above 500 in 1,000 days. Oh, them Pony fans will love to hear that stat.
We should got Miguel on here.
Oh, Miguel, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was pumped about that win yesterday. But look, hey, let's talk about the young guns though. So Zach Wilson,
Okay.
they did come up short in Carolina.
Mhm.
I guess Sam Darnold got a little bit of revenge. Um, and he can make some throws. He can make
Mhm.
some throws. He's gonna make some magical highlights this year. He
Oh
is.
yeah. Yeah.
But damn it, if he could stay healthy, because that O line lost their left tackle, and then all hell broke loose.
That gonna be running for his life.
Oh, he gonna be running for his
Running for his life.
life.
He be
I
running
was, bruh,
like he be running
I
like a
will.
nigga from child support. He running.
But when I say I was watching that game and he was just running for his life,
Running, bro.
I mean, took 6 sacks for a yardage of 51 yards, bro. He was getting man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Zach Wilson.
that's what I hate about you got talented rookie quarterbacks and they go to these sorry teams. Sometimes it breaks their confidence, man. They get beat up, you know what I'm saying, thrown around, injured, because you put a bad O line around them.
Boy, whew.
I mean, imagine 17 games today.
No,
And
he.
they haven't even played like a top notch defense.
Yeah, but hey, Carolina didn't look bad though.
I ain't saying Carolina's not. I'm not saying Carolina defense is not
Well, hold
good.
on, don't you disrespect Carolina defense
I'm
like
not
that, sir.
disrespecting them, but you put them on some stud pass rushers out there, or teams that like to blitz a lot.
Hey, look, Jets fans, you better hope Zach Wilson can make it halfway through the season. That's all I'm
Right,
saying.
extra padding on them.
Look, whatever God you believe in,
Right,
go ahead and start talking to him.
like pray, light some candles, some
Yeah,
incense,
get
get
some
some sage out.
sage.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do.
Better do all your
Couple
Hail
powwows,
Marys.
rain dances.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
better get the Ouija board.
Something.
You gonna
Lucky
need
rabbits, foot,
you,
4-leaf clovers.
wear your lucky draws. I
You
don't
know what
know
I'm saying? What?
what you got to
What
do,
you got to do?
but you better
Keep that
hope
man upright.
this dude make it through the season. Because when I say like no protection whatsoever, and they better be glad they only got 6 sacks.
Right.
Carolina could have messed around and set the team record for sacks if they really wanted to yesterday. But I mean, like I said, you lose Becton, you're starting left tackle, and shit just went downhill after that. Look, Zach Wilson better keep practicing making all his completions on the run. That's it.
They gotta keep getting the ball out of his hand quickly.
Oh yeah.
Got to
But
work on getting the ball out of his hand quickly.
true, but at the same time, defense they'll adjust to that. So you better have a counter for that. So double moves maybe. I don't know, but
Something. Do something, boy.
it's gonna be a long season for them boys. Of course he had one interception, but I think that was just a good play by Shaq Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
and Carolina's defense on that one. Maybe Zach Taylor could have done a better job of not staring down his receiver. Of course, he's a
Right.
rook. He's a rook. Like
I'm gonna
same
throw
with
it to you.
yeah, same with Trevor. I mean,
Oh yeah.
his performance yesterday was
Subpar.
it's subpar, but I don't want to put it all on him. I
put on Urban Meyer just because I don't like him.
or okay, sir. This I hate you, Michigan guy. Taking personal feelings out of it. I am going to say Urban Meyer and Brian Schottenheimer, the OC, deserve some blame on this too.
Oh yeah.
My thing is what offense are you really going to run? I don't know what kind of identity or I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence needs to be a RPO guy, but you
Put
know,
Tebow in.
sir, shut up. No, sir. We are definitely not doing that.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
mean, go ahead.
28 to 51. This is what we doing?
Right.
Uh,
It's gonna be a long season for Jacksonville, bro. I mean, I thought they would win 4 to 5 games just based off the preseason. I thought Trevor would try to figure out something to get 4 or 5 games out of there. But after that first game, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not caught making any judgment on nobody right now until I see
I mean,
a couple more
Jacksonville's
games.
defense got Tyrod Taylor looking like Mike Vick over there.
Right.
Uh, Jacksonville offense, I don't know what the hell they gonna be. I mean, they didn't really try a lot to really run the ball. I mean, as a team, you got 16 carries for 76 yards. You
Right.
know,
Right.
are you going to attempt? No. Oh, all right.
Well, okay. All right. Bet.
We're just going to have a rookie throw it 51 times in his debut in the NFL.
Just slinging all over the place.
Like, yo, Trevor Lawrence has a QBR of 14.2 from a scale of 0 to 100. 14.2. Only Aaron Rodgers' performance made his look even better. Aaron Rodgers' QBR, I didn't even see it, but I know it was lower than that. Like matter of fact, I got to pull it up now since I didn't talk about it. Yeah, 13.5. 13.5 makes 14.2 look good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Like I don't. Jaguars got, like we said, they got too many issues to fill, too many holes to fill. They got a long ass damn list of problems.
Mm.
I don't know if everybody gonna be the guy, Brad.
I I don't know, man. I know I'm always kind of leery about college coaches coming into the pros anyway. You know, I mean, it's not when you say Pete Carroll, um, Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll. I mean,
No, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson.
okay, Jimmy Johnson.
You better get Jimmy Johnson his respect,
Jimmy
man.
Johnson came in, won a Super Bowl, and he was like, "I'm out." Going to the broadcasting booth. I won in Miami, won in Dallas. I'm good. You know, Pete Carroll won a national championship. Then went to the Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl.
So it's not a lot of
Not a
success.
lot. I mean, you go down the line, it's not a lot of coaches that get a lot of success coming from college to the pros. So that's one thing, and I'm not gonna say that's the only factor. That's one thing. Then, because you have to learn how to adjust your mind from one to the other. You know, and a lot of them can't make that transition. And I'm looking at the things I hear him say, some of his body language. It doesn't seem like he can make that, because you're not talking to college players. You're not talking. You don't have my scholarship in your hand. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the same kind of power, for lack of better words, that you have in college compared to the pros. What's it say?
He says there aren't a lot of coaches that see success in the league. Period.
That's
And
true.
yeah, and
That just
because
make it even harder though for a college coach.
well, honestly, if you look at the coaches that are successful ones, are the ones that are in franchises that have continuity.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin
Mm-hmm.
he keeps a lot of things consistent. Same with
Mm-hmm.
Belichick. You know,
Right.
Andy Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh. Oh no,
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. I'm sorry,
John, not
John
Jim.
Harbaugh. Yeah, my fault.
Whole other discussion.
John, Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
John Harbaugh, Baltimore Ravens. You'll see him tonight. Um, you're talking about coaches that find the balance of not just being one way or another, like just being an offense or just a defensive team. You got to have some type of balance, but keep things consistent. You know
Right.
what works, then you find your core and you build around it. And then you get on the same page with your general managers.
Right.
Same thing right there. Those teams that are successful keep continuity at their positions of power. General manager and the coaches, they're connected. Hey, this is my plan, and you as GM, here's my plan, and I need you to get the players that fit this plan.
Right.
And they work as a team.
Right.
So those are teams that are successful.
I agree. Sincere says, I think he's trying to build a culture, and that takes time. I agree. And I agree with the whole culture thing. That's my thing I said about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? I think the culture they're building is better than what I've seen in a long time. But I'm just talking about what I see out of Urban Meyer. And that I don't know if he is the one to do it.
I think he's out of date. I think he's out of touch.
I think the same thing about what's the name too? Chucky. I think the same thing him.
And let me preference my reasons why I'm saying this.
Oh,
so of course, before training camp, mini camp back in spring, he hires the weightlifting coach from Iowa that just got booted out of Iowa for accused of saying racial slurs. You bring him in as your strength and conditioning coach,
right?
That you wouldn't think to. You're talking about you're coaching in a league that is 70, 71, 72% black, and in your locker room is going to be 80 to 81% black.
Right.
You wouldn't connect that, like, maybe this ain't probably the right hire.
You gonna have a strength and conditioning coach. You trying to push the weight? Push it up, nigga. I said, like, whoa.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when you didn't think that the optics on that wouldn't look too.
That goes to in college, you have you have total power, so to speak.
Yes,
so you can do stuff like that.
You're right.
Versus in the pros, you don't have that kind of same power dynamics.
Look, if he didn't get backlash from it, he would have kept his ass.
He would have kept him. I said the same thing. If they would have said nothing, he would have kept him. So to me, that speaks volume.
You do that. You bring in Brian Schottenheimer, and he's not known for being a offensive wizard on the offensive coordinator.
Right.
Matter of fact, his offenses have been quite boring. You bring him in as OC. Then you make the comment, oh, well, vaccination was a part of whether we made decision making of whether who we should cut or keep on the team. Now your team, PR team, got to come behind you and try to clean up what you just said. Whoa, player!
Hold on.
Now you got the NFLPA investigating you,
right?
So it's like, I know they seem small, but it's like it's a lot of small detail stuff that just keeps adding up, and like I'm waiting for the avalanche of it to just finally drop that he's just not the guy. I'm waiting for it. I'm just absolutely waiting for it. And the only person that's really going to suffer from that is Trevor Lawrence. Because he's going to be stuck in the middle of this chaos and having just, and I get you're trying to build the culture, but damn it, it feel like I'm going through the hurricane already.
Okay, so he has been a slight pain. Yes.
I ain't gonna win a lot. I said 4, man. Trevor's he's gonna see he better start padding up too, because he's gonna get mopped. He's gonna get hit a lot.
I think too. My biggest concern is that this Urban
Shut up, Sincere. Shut up. Shut up.
Said, nah.
Stay off the weed. Stay off my shit, man. Leave my weed alone. You leave the weed to me. No, you are not seeing 9 wins. I
No,
I know you just trying to be funny because that ain't happening, bro.
you won't see that. You won't see 9 wins while you're awake.
Not while you awake for the
Not while
show.
you're awake.
No, not in not in the awake in the conscious state.
Right.
You will not.
Not see 9 wins.
Your chakras is telling you a lie. They telling you a lie. You might need to get them shits readjusted, cuz.
Right.
Ain't no 9. I looked at y'all schedule. I don't see a 9 nowhere.
Nowhere.
I see a lot of maybe 9 losses
I see a lot.
for
I see a
sure.
lot of L's. Not a lot of 9s.
not W's, not W's. You ain't gonna be Jameis Winston eating a lot of W's. You ain't, ain't happening. Not like that. But I mean, but let me get your take on this.
What's
So
up?
I'm watching the Bears and the Rams game last night.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And I'll talk about the Rams in a second. But is it me? And this is Justin Field kind of makes a case on he actually starting to prove to me on why he should have started. And I know he didn't come in a lot, but makes his first touchdown pass, gets a touchdown run. But and the defense knew if the ball was coming to him because of course he didn't start. And that's a good Rams defense. But and I'll say this, David Montgomery kind of helped lead that pack because he was running up and down against the Rams. Shout out David Montgomery. He had a hell of a game.
He did.
So the run was established. So and like we said with Washington, they figured to get Cam. When you have Justin Fields on that field, because David Montgomery is already getting off. Justin Fields is on that field too. So the defense has to be held honest about his running ability. So run game is solid. And then you can play off that. Of course, no doubt, sincere. All QBs, if you not benefiting off a good run game, you just a trash ass quarterback, period. But especially for the young QBs. That was a different dynamic that Andy couldn't bring yesterday.
True.
Why wait?
Well, we make an assessment off of flashes of Fields. And
me personally, I preface by saying that just of what we've seen whole preseason.
Still flashes though. I mean, preseason and those couple of times you've seen him in the game, what is he gonna look like all 4 quarters?
I get it. I get what you're saying that it might be too early, but damn it.
I mean, Andy Dalton is not the answer, but he did a lot better than I thought he was gonna do.
No, that's what I said. No slight to Andy. No diss to him. I'm just saying, you got NFL not for long. He better hurry up. and Sincere just put it right there. I think he's going to get better.
I believe so.
Because the plays that he was in, he made the right reads, made the right calls, made the right decision. He added such a total different dynamic that you're not going to get from Andy.
Right.
And that's a good defense that he just put those plays off on. Is not like he was playing a scrub defense. Rams defense is going to be good this year. They were good last year. They're going to be good again this year. So if he can move the ball on a defense like that, and we saw the Bears schedule, they're going to face seven just as good or scarier defense than what they just did in the Rams.
Right.
Put them in. What are you waiting on?
Put me in, coach.
Put them in. I don't get it. You are literally sitting on the hot seat, Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace GM.
Right.
You saw what he can do against a very good caliber of a defense. What are you waiting on?
I don't know, man. I'll say this. I'll say this.
What, they
And
don't want to win?
they ain't gonna win anyway. But I think what they may be trying to do is to run that 2 quarterback style offense and use him as a gimmick play.
Hey, real quick.
Mhm.
Breaking news: USC fires coach Clay Helton. No surprise.
No.
US
Florida State need to fire their coach. You see at Jackson State, they planted the flag on
Jacksonville State, dog.
They planted the flag, bro. Did you see that? They took their flag and planted right in how like the Florida State do it at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
at the end, they
right
were planting their flag. They planted their flag at the end.
Hey, if you an FCS team and you just beat a Division one school, I don't give a damn how you celebrate. If you want to,
man,
if
I was playing for Jackson State, I'll piss on that mug.
You just whip it out. Just
I went that mouth just like. Take
gonna get this opportunity again.
Right, you'll get this again. About to go ahead and leave my mark for real.
Because I'm telling you, Florida State gonna book them again next year, and they're gonna make sure that they beat the living shit out of them next year.
You better. You better. It better ain't be close.
But here's my thing. What with the Florida State laws? So, and I know we getting off tangent, but we go through rabbit holes.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Yeah. Florida State just had a great performance against Notre Dame.
Right.
Had a chance to win it, hung in there, and you back it up with a loss to what FCS school? They not Division One. They a level under you.
Here's my thing. This kind of speaks to this. Is Notre Dame and Florida State not as good as they say, because
Notre Dame struggled with Toledo.
They struggled with Toledo, and they barely beat Florida State, who lost to Jackson State.
That was a weird week, bro. Football.
You're right. Bro. It's been weird.
There's been some strange shit going on in college football, NFL football.
They're gonna have Wake Tech out there beating niggas.
That's like what, the third FCS team to get a win over D1. Well, Montana beat Washington. Right. Jacksonville State beat Florida State. Oh, Holy Cross beat UConn. Yeah.
Holy Cross beat UConn. Right.
Hey, remember we was talking about the coach who was like, he was talking about, I'm gonna retire at the end of the season. He was like, nah. The school's like, nah, we're gonna make it right now. So the day after we filmed that on Monday, the next day, he was out of there. He was out of there, dog. He was out of there.
So I'm going to Florida State. Ought to be a vacancy down there too.
Yeah, out of there. But I mean, look, so like I said, breaking news: Florida State, Ty Helton, he gone. Clay Helton, whatever his name is, he gone.
USC, right?
Yeah, USC. I mean, he just look. No surprise, and reason why I say that is because USC hasn't been recruiting the same. They haven't been winning the recruiting tracks like they used to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just not.
Chip Kelly still ain't recruits.
Chip Kelly, they either that or they go to Oregon. And so, look, he's been in the coach since 2015, and he has 46-24 record. But to USC standards, that ain't it.
You haven't made a playoff.
And yeah, ain't making the playoffs.
And that's another thing too. How good is the Pac-12?
It's weird. That's such a weird conference to judge, because you see what Oregon does, and then you see what Washington does,
right? And
then you see what USC does.
UCLA.
You see what UCLA does. So you it's like you're getting so many goods, but then you follow up with so much trash. It's like I don't know how to fairly judge you guys. as a conference, I guess we could say mediocre conference. And
this, if I'm the rest of, if I'm ACC and a Big Ten, I'm kind of rethinking this alignment thing.
this alliance thing, yeah.
The alliance thing. I'm like, I don't know, it's gonna be a good idea.
Well, all right. So I know we talked about it before, but now that I'm thinking about it, the alliance only benefits the good teams of those conferences.
Right.
Because if Ohio State, maybe Iowa of the Big Ten, maybe Penn State, Wisconsin, depending on how they,
right.
Then you talking about in the ACC, Clemson. After that, you really can't really name another team.
It's a big gap between Clemson and the rest.
Yeah. And so when you go to Pac-12 right now, you can only really say Oregon and UCLA.
Right.
So if they play each other and you get a victory, that only benefits those little cluster of good teams.
Right.
Everybody else, it don't mean shit. You just beat another shitty team in another shitty conference.
Right.
and then for those big schools, I mean, if you just beating up on all the shitty teams in all three of those conferences, that don't really do nothing for you either.
I mean, that's the argument we gave about Clemson. It's like, even if they win out, that loss to Georgia might cost them a playoff.
Potentially. I agree with you.
And on top of that, what do you do with Coastal Carolina? They like I said before, they the Boise State all the time.
You gotta put.
I think they rank 16th now.
Yeah, but you gotta put some big boys on that schedule, man.
But I'm saying, okay, I understand that, and that's always been the argument with Boise State.
Yeah, but you beating up on Kansas. Come on.
Let me finish. Let me finish though. Like, so that's always been an argument with Boise State though. You know what I'm saying? When Boise State was on top, when winning all those games, y'all just playing, the Mountain West teams, and y'all playing these scrub teams.
Yeah, but they were beating Oklahoma.
But that was afterwards.
Okay,
that was afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like after people start saying, okay, we tired of hearing y'all cry. We're gonna schedule you one of the big boys, and they beat Oklahoma twice.
I think they might have got Virginia Tech when Tyrod Taylor was there too.
Okay, you might have got them. Yeah, right. You might be on that. But my point is, when you get teams like this, now, one year you say, okay, you did good this year. I think the next year you need to start scheduling somebody big on the schedule, so you can kind of test them, instead of letting them like go year for year and year hanging on. And then after the program's on its back end, you want to schedule somebody big. To me, that didn't really give them a good test.
Okay.
Because it's been years where they might have had a great team and couldn't get to the playoffs. So if they go undefeated, they run the table undefeated, right? Clemson keeps their same win. Say, just for argument's sake, Georgia beats Alabama in the SEC championship. Should Coastal Carolina get a bid?
Hell no. I can't give you a bid because you beating up on the sorry teams of Power 5 conferences and calling that a big win. You beating up Kansas?
What they doing? They supposed to do.
But everybody beats Kansas. Everybody.
Okay, what about the Florida Atlantic teams and all them?
Kansas is the whole of the Big 12. Everybody get a hit. Everybody hit. Everybody beat Kansas. Come on. If Coastal Carolina and you in a small conference, you in the Sun Belt, which is not a Power 5 conference,
right?
And you say you a big dog, go get a big dog. I would respect Coastal Carolina a lot more if they took down an Ole Miss or Mississippi State. Right. I could respect that.
I agree with you on that. But I'm saying, what do you do? What can they put it this way? This year you can't. So this year you can't do nothing with, because you can't change the schedule. The schedule's already made.
They better hope Clemson get 2 losses, and they better hope Bama and Georgia or one of those 3 teams get 2 to 3 losses. That's not going to happen. Only damn way.
That's not going to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Georgia ain't losing 2, and Alabama ain't losing 2.
Well, so, that's the only way.
That's only 2 teams. So barring that, you got just say for argument's sake, you put Bama and Georgia in the playoffs. You got 10 more slots left. You don't think they deserve a slot? Okay, and then how? Okay, what's our criteria? It's
Hold
our
on, hold on.
strength schedule, right?
Wait, so you're doing
Go
the
ahead.
12? You doing the 12-team playoff? I think they're still doing the 4.
Are they still doing it 4 now? All right, so when they go to
As far as
12?
I know, I don't think they're gonna finalize that this year.
Okay, well let's stick with 4. Okay, we're gonna stick with 4. So Bama and Georgia's in, right?
Even if both of them got one loss, hell yeah.
That's automatic. We know that. No, because the one loss will come from each other. I think.
Yeah.
No, whoever gonna get that one loss will come from beating up on each other. So Bama and Georgia's gonna be in. Now, if you say you put Clemson in, well, you can't really put them in based on strength of schedule because they don't really play nobody after they play Georgia.
No, they don't.
So you X them out. Do you put Ohio State in? They got one loss to Oregon. If they run a table, that means I guess you can call Iowa a quality win. You can call Michigan, I guess, a quality win.
Penn State,
you call those a quality win. So they beat those 3. I guess you put Ohio State in with one loss.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be upset. No,
But then, does Oregon deserve a shot since if they go undefeated? So they beat Ohio State.
Either Oregon or UCLA, whichever one runs that table.
So then you got to take Ohio
Pac-12.
State out to me. Then
if
one of them get a shot, Ohio State don't deserve to be in
there. If Oregon gets in, or to me, if Oregon or UCLA gets in, why would you take Ohio State out?
Oregon beat Ohio State, so Ohio State shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, but that's
now you put UCLA in there, man. That's a different story. That means Oregon didn't run the table.
If that's the case, I would still put either whether it's UCLA or Oregon in. I would still put Ohio State in. I couldn't put Clemson in.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, whether Oregon or UCLA get in, they're going to have to meet each other eventually. And you can still look at maybe who's else in the Pac-12 that might be a quality win. Okay, maybe not so much, but if they go against each other, that's
right.
Well,
that's a quality win.
Maybe if LSU finds a way to turn their season around, that's a quality win for UCLA.
Okay. That's true.
Already a quality win for Oregon beating Ohio State this weekend.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I can still put them in over Clemson because
I was always go ahead.
No, because like we said, you got one loss against a quality opponent, and then after that, it's nothing. It's a whole bunch of.
I know. Me personally, I think Ohio State gonna lose again.
I think
gonna lose. I think gonna get 2 losses. I don't know who it'll come from. But I think they're gonna be 2-loss team this year.
If they get a 2-loss team, there's no way a 2-loss Ohio State gets in.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have 2 losses. That's just me personally.
I don't see how that would even happen.
And that's not because I'm Ohio State hating. You got
oh, really?
No, I'm just being real. I'm just looking at the way they play, the way they're not stopping the run. I think, and even just taking Big Ten play, Big Ten like to run the ball.
Yeah.
And look what Minnesota did to them.
And then what Oregon did.
And look what Oregon did. And Minnesota running went down. So what if it's running down? That could have been a loss right there. Now they may make the adjustments. I'm just saying, based on what I see,
no, they better
better make the adjustment. Right. So here's my thing, and I've always been a advocate of that since Boise State. They need to have a way where they do I don't know what you want to call it, but teams like Coastal Carolina get a bid.
Like an automatic bid?
Automatic bid. If you're a smaller conference and you run a table like that, you get automatic bid.
I think that works if they go to the 12-team playoff.
Okay.
And I can't apply that now to a 14 playoff. I just couldn't. because you're still taking out a quality team that plays some quality opponents, and you're going to leave them out for an automatic
Well,
bid
if
for
you
a
have
lesser
quality
conference.
opponents with one loss, you shouldn't have lost the game. Nah, that's life.
Yeah, but come on, man. I can't give stock to Coastal Carolina team because you're the cream of the crop in a shitty conference, beating up on shitty
Look,
opponents in
man,
a
I
great
watch.
conference.
I go.
I can't give them
Let me
that.
say, I haven't watched Coastal Carolina play. I just seen highlights.
They're
I
good.
watched
They're good.
Boise play. When
They're
Boise was
good.
playing,
They were
I
good.
kept saying they are a good team,
Yeah, they are.
and I kept saying Boise a good team. And
Hell,
everybody kept saying they don't play nobody.
Central Florida program has turned around for what they was
Right,
doing in the early mid 2000s
right, right.
or 2010s. My
Right.
fault, 2010s.
So I
So
kept saying, they're a good team. So that's why I kind of bring it up Coastal Carolina, because I remember when I kept saying Boise a good team, Boise a good team. And everybody said, they don't play nobody. They don't play nobody. And when they
no,
had
but
a
they
chance to play
proved it year
somebody,
in and year out.
when they got a chance to play somebody, they proved they can hang with the big dog.
Yeah.
I mean, Kellen Moore has a coaching. He came from there.
Job.
He got a coaching job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a heck of a quarterback on Boise.
Yeah.
He do much in the NFL, but he's a heck of a quarterback at Boise.
Nah, we ain't gonna talk about his NFL career. We ain't gonna disrespect that man like that.
Who was that running back? That running back that came out there, he nice from Boise.
Jay Ajayi?
Yeah, Jay Ajayi. It's another one though, but I forgot about him too. He came out of Boise.
Didn't LeGarrette Blount go to?
No, he went to Oregon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a receiver too. They got a receiver that came out of Oregon.
I can't remember his name.
Out of Boise. But anyway, had a couple of players that came out of Boise, and I think a linebacker too. But anyway, I knew there was a good team. So my point to that is that they need to figure out a way, either A, start scheduling these programs. Like if they good 1 year, the next year they should schedule some big boys.
And look, I'm not saying they need to beat Alabama to get my respect.
And I ain't talking about scheduling Alabama.
No, don't do that.
They're not ready for that.
Carolina, don't do that.
They're not ready for that. But schedule somebody a mid-tier team.
That's what.
What that would do would help boost their. It'll do a couple of things. One, it'll help bolster their rep. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they win that game. If they beat a Baylor or a TCU, somebody like that.
A Mississippi State,
Ole Miss.
Hell, even maybe Arkansas.
Even Missouri.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't beat Missouri. That's still a SEC team. They beat Tennessee. Schedule teams like that, because what that'll do is that'll help bolster their rep where they can bring in recruits and build a program.
I wouldn't say Oklahoma, but they could probably beat the rest of the Big 12 besides Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just talking about in terms of scheduling teams like on those levels, so they can help build a program, because that helps college football in general overall.
Yeah,
it helps them, build. And then second, what it does is you don't have that argument no more where they don't play nobody.
Nah, because they start getting the recruits.
They start getting recruits, and they playing people now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, last year you did well. Let's schedule you Baylor next year. You don't have to schedule a whole bunch of us Baylor. Let's see how you do against that. Okay, you doing well again. Let's schedule you Baylor and such and such. You know what I'm saying? And you keep building on that.
Gradually
adding on where they having a decent schedule year in, year out, and say, okay, now we helping you build your program.
Yeah.
And I think that's what college athletics should be doing with some of these smaller market teams. Your Louisiana,
App State almost got Miami. They almost got them.
Almost got them. You know what I'm saying?
Almost got them.
Shoot. So I mean, you help build these programs. That helps college football. So when you go to a 12-team playoff, you ain't seeing Alabama. You ain't seeing like 5 SEC teams, 2 Big Ten, 1 or 2 Pac-10 teams. That kind of thing.
Got to start building that winning culture. I hear you.
Got to. I think it's better for college football.
Yeah. Honestly, right now, I would hate to be any team to go against Bama and Georgia right now.
Oh yeah, now it's, you don't
Like
want to put nobody. You don't want to put nothing, especially not no small team. Just now.
Coastal Carolina don't fuck
Coastal
with them.
Carolina, Alabama.
Yeah,
You don't want. They don't, they
no,
don't want them. They don't want them problems.
Coastal, don't you go
Oh
knocking
yeah.
at Bama's door,
Mm-mm.
Georgia's door right now. Y'all not ready for
So
that.
Chihuahua gets a lion.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Go get USC. Go get
Right, go
you. Go get
USC.
them.
They ain't got no coach anyway. You should better beat them. Shoot. Go holler at them.
Of course, the big rivalry game. You know, I spent some time in Iowa my high school years, so the Iowa State Iowa rivalry game, the Cy-Hawk Trophy on the line. That's always been a big rivalry in that state. I'm with you. I think Iowa could make a case. I think they could make a run in that Big Ten.
Man.
Oh man, that defense, boy. Their secondary. Their secondary is putting the clamps on wide receivers. They getting good pass rush up front.
Right.
Sheesh. That was a complete domination that they did on Iowa State, man.
Right.
And you know, Iowa State was I can't remember the stats of how long it's been since both teams was ranked in the top 10, but I mean, because I like what Matt Campbell's doing in Iowa State. He's building a nice little program, but he can't beat Iowa yet. Like, literally,
it is, man. You gotta beat Iowa.
Can't get him yet. So I mean,
yeah, I think with the thing with Iowa is they always, for the most part, have a decent defense. They never can like put both of them together. Good defense, good offense. And I think that's always been an issue.
I just think that's Kirk Ferentz's style. Play defense, run the ball. That's always been his style.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He's the Cleveland Browns of the college world. Because if you look at they're not throwing great quarterbacks out there or producing NFL quarterbacks.
No.
They're pretty much building game managers. You know, you look, you gonna have them corn-fed Iowa boys up front on the O-line. You know that,
right.
And then you're gonna get all your transfer or out of state black kids is gonna be on your defensive line.
Coming from Chicago, Indianapolis, Kansas City, coming from there, and they close to them.
Yeah, and you know you're gonna get your cornerbacks that's gonna shut it down. They're gonna play defense.
And what does it do in Iowa?
Get drunk. But no, a crazy thing about it was, Iowa is, bruh, they got meth all over that place. Because
who lives there?
There's some meth heads out there.
I'm saying, where meth predominantly be at? Just saying, you in Iowa. Ain't nothing to do but to get high.
Well, no, dog. You see it on when I was living there. You see it on news just about every night. Meth lab out in the country, rural Iowa, busted. And like, bruh, and all the little soccer moms, you know, they had the husband making all the money, so they stayed at the house. They be in the day getting just lit. Hitting the meth and hitting the tequila and the vodka and you know just being nuts, bro.
I need to go to Iowa, boy.
I can tell you some stories, but those are definitely
soccer moms be out there be like,
but I could definitely
creeping in the back door while old boy out the front.
I can definitely tell you some stories, but those is definitely
you
off
doing
camera.
You ain't got no teeth. You probably do good job, head doctor. Give a nigga brain surgery.
Ladies and gentlemen, the thoughts and views of Detroit Male.
I say she's a surgeon up in his piece.
Reflecting him and only him. Because this dude is about to get off, motherfucker. Hey, man. I know you probably want to talk about your Lions, man. But
why?
No, but hold on. When you talking about culture, y'all shouldn't have y'all had no business being in the game at that late in the fourth quarter because y'all was getting blown
out.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta give your boy Campbell and making sure that the team played all the way through because y'all had a
Last
chance.
minute mistake cost. They could have won the game.
Cause y'all was in there. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, I saw the score before half. I'm like, I ain't even gonna check up on this game no more, dog.
Yeah,
and
I
then
turned it off. I look at it like, what? The final score is what?
and then next thing I know, I'm like, hey, what the?
I mean, Swift had a pretty good game, man.
Now Swift did his thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
you see the pieces there. That's what I was telling other people. You see the pieces are there. The
mhm,
culture is there.
yeah,
I mean, I still don't think Jared Goff should be a long term thing, but he can hold it down until we get the right quarterback.
yeah,
I need to see the defense play a little better.
yeah. They was getting gouged, man.
They're getting gouged, man. Especially, I mean, don't get me wrong. San Fran got I like their running backs.
Yeah,
Mostert got hurt. No, he's a pretty good running back too. But I just needed, and then Okuda got hurt. It's time to get rid of Okuda. I'm sorry.
damn, bro.
I mean, look, that's 2 years in a row, season injury, ending injury, and then when he was there, he wasn't really doing nothing.
You trying to get rid of Cug, dog?
I mean, look, bro, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to put a
Man,
winning culture, and I'm trying to win. If
I
he tore his Achilles and out again for the
boy,
second year in a row, bro.
well, I feel bad for y'all. Green Bay about to do something vicious to y'all next week, bro.
Yeah, he gonna be pissed.
They pissed off.
Pissed off.
They pissed off. Boy, Aaron Rodgers about to light y'all up for 4 touchdowns next week.
As long as we score 5, I don't care.
I don't see y'all scoring 5, cuz. But look,
yeah, go ahead.
Could Jared Goff play better? Of course. But I mean, like I said, y'all had no business being in that game at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can feel like a Cowboy fan. Have your little moral victory, bro. Just have it.
I feel like Corey.
just enjoy your moral victory, bro. I mean,
look, I said at the beginning of the year, I said I just want to see them compete. They can compete. I'm satisfied. I'm not looking for W's and stuff like that. And I can get hung up on that. If you can compete. And Sunday, it looked like they wasn't, but they did fight and keep fighting and keep fighting. So I had to give them that. Now I like to see, okay, let's not be down 2 or 3 touchdowns. I have to come back. Let's stay in the game, and keep fighting and keeping the game close. That's what I need to work on, and just work on that defense, man. Well, Okuda, goodbye.
Dang,
somebody take him.
Yeah,
I'm like Belichick, man. I got time to wait for you to get old.
I'm looking at it. Okuda out for a year with ruptured Achilles.
Damn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's 2 years in a row.
Damn, bro. When he's your first round pick too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Patricia picked him, so
maybe that's a good start weaving out the Patricia guys.
That's what I'm saying. Be like, all right, bro, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? It's been real.
Yeah,
you keep getting injured.
Of course, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Got the victory over the Colts. He was cooking 4 TDs.
I saw.
Wow, 18 of 23, 254. Yeah, he was balling. Carson Wentz didn't look bad. He just took a couple of bad sacks, and then he had to fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the first down. Get the ball first, man. You can't run nowhere without the ball, sir.
Right, you gotta have the ball, sir.
You gotta. But I mean, that's what Carson Wentz turns the ball over. That's what he does. He didn't look bad. The offense didn't look bad. It's just you running. Hey, they ran against a juggernaut.
Oh yeah.
What other games? Oh, Tennessee got the brakes blown.
Brakes.
Hey, how does Taylor Lewan, the left tackle, give up 6 sacks to one guy. Oh, 5 sacks. I'm sorry, to Jones.
Jones, right? Chandler Jones,
Chandler Jones ate his.
like he was in his prime.
No, Chandler Jones was damn near in the backfield the whole game.
He said, "Remember me? I was here first down. Remember me?" Career. He was killing them, man.
5
Killing
sacks,
them.
bro.
Shoot, JJ Watt even did pretty good. On that one goal line run when Henry came through the backfield and tackled Henry from behind.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they Arizona
defense.
had a complete game yesterday, man.
Mhm.
Offense and defense.
Right. I
I
guess
mean,
JJ said, "Look, my brother ain't about to get this money. I ain't gonna do nothing."
Derrick Henry. I guess we're gonna wait to see how that Tennessee high potent offense is gonna look like because it didn't show it yesterday.
Nah, I was on vacation.
Tannehill got dropped for 6 sacks, man. Oh
It's
my goodness.
crazy.
Well, crazy week of football, y'all.
Yep.
Crazy week of football. That's going to wrap it up for episode 86 of I.O.W.Sports.
That's
Make
a
sure,
wrap.
make sure y'all come back and holler at us Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will start giving our previews for week 2 of the NFL week. Again, going over to the website www.iof119. If you feeling charitable, go ahead and drop something on the Patreon. Cop the merch, some J. Edwin collection, I.O.W. Sports merch, I Off the Wonder podcast merch is on there. And most importantly, go get the I.O.W. Network app available in the Google Play Store as well as the Apple Play Store. It's been real. Good show, big homie.
All right, bro.
All right, we will.
It's hard out here for a pill.
Yeah,
When you tryna get this